Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa. Today's Friday, so we always wear red, get a red cup, do something red so that you are remembering everyone deployed. Today is an exciting day. We have a lot to talk about. I'm streaming live right now on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Odyssey, or Library. Also, I'm back on Pilled or Foxhole, so you can go over there and watch. There's a great community there, and I'm going to be screen sharing and giving away the pills, the little gold pills from pilled.net. So, and then we have a link on the Mighty Lair at den.social as well. So lots of places you can catch this great show. And Westwood will be right back after this with me.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from Calyx Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from Calyx Solutions now to secure your crypto future.
Happy Friday, Westwood. It's happening.
Happening Friday.
Happening Friday.
Happening hour.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, we're in the thick of it, aren't we? We're in it.
They are panicked. They are full on panicked.
Yeah, think.
Yeah. So Silicon Valley Bank, if you guys are watching and haven't heard, I'm sure everybody's
another
heard
one.
by now.
SVB. Just
SVB.
like FTX and SBF and all the little
and it trades
acronyms
on the stock exchange as SVIB or SVLB. I'm not sure.
DEAD or DED
because it was an investment bank.
Yeah, well.
Hey, Sean, Tom, Denise, Benny, St. Jerome. We've got Kent in here. Blind Dave's here. I was just talking about you today, Dave. We secured our location for the Team Mighty event. We'll talk about that a little later. Paigie's here. The Pebbleton Post.
The Pebbleton Post. Go.
Hey,
we need to talk about the Pebbleton Post. Shout them out right now before I forget. Have a few too many and we don't talk about it.
Yeah, go check out. So they have a YouTube channel, but you can also go to pebbletonpost.com and subscribe there to get their newsletter and find all of the platforms that they're streaming from. And you'll also be able to see their blog and kind of their goal and information. But it's definitely to get tools and resources in people's hands in this journey, fight for freedom. And it's perfect timing. I mean,
you never know when the banks are going to shut their doors and, take all your money and bail it in, and use it to bail themselves out. Like today, maybe.
Like today, maybe. And, Andy Sheckman and, of course, Bix and Ben and Uncle Cliff, all of our, gurus have been telling us when the first domino falls because they put each other's assets on their balance sheets. Like it's like playing hot potato or musical chairs. Like then who gets it next? And I saw an article. Okay, first let me back up. I shouldn't be so excited. I feel like that girl when she was like, I'm gonna subpoena Trump and I'm gonna say I'm a little excited.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say, do you swear?
Do you swear? Yeah.
You're damn right I swear.
I know
you can't handle the truth.
We've been waiting for that shoe to drop for a while, not as long as some of others, but maybe a little less than others. So this is it's happening. So, and I went to the bank today to do something. that I won't reveal. And I had my delete the bank.
Did you have a mask on when you went in?
No, we don't.
Because in New York, if you wear masks, they ask you to take them off now because they might be criminals. You might be a criminal in a mask now.
Yeah, the crime rate is up so high in New York.
Imagine that.
No, but I was wearing my delete the banks, and she's like looking at me across the little table, and she was probably thinking, I don't understand what she's talking about.
How do you hit the delete key and the bank goes away? Well, it's all electronic money, so that's all you have to do.
And that's what she said. So we had brought some cash in, and she was like, "Oh, well, we have. I mean, do you want to come with me because we have what did she call it?
Protocols to go through,
like notes or pay." She called them something. She called them like note, something like it couldn't be just loose around the bank. You know what I mean? Like there was like a plan, no loose notes.
There's a procedure,
something,
to handle these things since, they're getting to be rarer. Remember 2017, the last year that they have a date on them?
I know. I keep telling people that and they're like, what?
Well, look at your bills.
It's true.
Look at your debt notes in your pocket.
Look at your debt notes. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to hit everybody's name that's popping up. We've got Salty Brewer, Papa Joe, JP Rants.
Gosh, we got good people there.
Hernandez is there.
Hot shot.
We have another friend in here. Hold on. Tom. Letha D.
Is it Letha?
Did I say?
I always see her at Papa Joe's. Is it Letha? Can you phonetically spell it out for us?
Here's her name. Leatha.
I think it's Letha, or it could be Letha.
I thought it was Letha, but Letha would be pretty too. I don't know. She'll have to tell us.
We can change it. Hey, whatever. Hey, hi, I'm Clint.
Yeah, I saw some giant man beating up a woman in. Lisa said it right. She said it. She said I said it right. I love when somebody tells me I'm right. Lisa was right for once. Lisa with a lisp. Oh, how funny. Letha.
Is that Letha?
You can hang out with me. This is my friend Lisa and Letha.
Yeah. Letha and Letha.
I can switch. The more I drink, then I can be Letha.
Everybody's Letha when I get drinking. Hey, Letha.
Yeah. Doyle Wayne's here. Papa Joe's here. Crypto Chris Card's here.
Gosh, all the good peeps. They're coming back looking for a little Litecoin advice. That's what they're doing, a little crypto advice.
Hold on to it right now.
Get it while you can. It's on sale.
Get it while you can. It's on sale. Yeah, for sure. Okay, there's a couple things.
Go ahead.
Getting distracted. No. You're good. You're always good. I just wanted to. I want to share. I have some more information. So we saw this with the
Alpha
Silicon Valley Bank. So who will be next? Well,
some have already failed. Since then, they've started going under. Yeah.
Well,
today, go to Zero Hedge.
Yeah. Zero Hedge says Wells Fargo warns customers of incorrect balances or missing transactions. Okay. Do you guys remember the dry run on all this that was Bank of America a couple months? Was it a month ago even? It wasn't that long ago.
A month ago feels like a year ago. It's just
I know. We're in a time warp. We're in the Kraken. So we have to remember that.
Fell in the Kraken.
In here.
Can't get out.
It's kind of confusing in here. Oh my gosh. Look, as I say that, look what this says. Senators at Kraken.
See? Yeah. They're a Kraken. Late night, they're cracking.
I mean, I know I shouldn't.
There are no coincidences.
Giddy about this, but.
What you drinking today, Lisa?
Letha is having a little Tito's and strawberry Zevia.
Okay. Are you still doing the AHA stuff or no? Are you done with the AHA?
No, I thought that maybe that was what made my sniffer go wrong. I can't eat onions anymore. They smell very unfortunate to me. I used to love onions.
If they're not fresh, they aren't good for you, though. I think we have that discussion. They soak up all the toxins of the environment. So if they're sitting in a restaurant,
then I'm very sensitive to it now.
Yeah. You got to cut them fresh.
Yeah. Our future son-in-law came over the other day. Our future son-in-law, number 2, he came over the other day and with our daughter, and he was laughing because he's like, I said something about, Charlie had made this big dinner, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is just too strong. I had taken the pups outside. I come back in and I was like, there's like too much food
you
smell
come back in and you're
in the air, and there was like kind of a little smoke, maybe a little, we had the vent going, but he was, doing his steak, finishing off his steaks, or I don't know what he was doing. But, and this nice young man that I won't say his name yet till I get his permission, he looks at me, he's like, you can that bothers you? And I was like, well, it's just a lot, So I'm just really sensitive to smells. Like I can't sleep when there's big food smell or
coffee being made at 4 a.m.
Coffee
I'm trying to sleep and been drinking since 3.
Speaking of which, make sure to go watch Mitchie's Motivational Mondays. He loves to get up early and make coffee, and he's very happy in the morning.
But at night, not so much. He gets really tired. He can't stay up late.
Yeah.
So it's a hard time at Westwood.
Yeah.
Keep him up till 10. He's exhausted.
I know. Well, and that's what we do because we can't get enough we only get to see each other a couple times a year. So we can't get enough time together. So then we all end up staying up way too late.
Yeah. We abuse our bodies and
that's okay. I have planned
it's only for a short
this
time
year.
frame.
I've strategized much better this year for
strategery, like George W. Bush got strategery.
No, nothing like him. But so back to this, just to give people a heads up, and let's do some critical thinking here.
We're going to cover like one topic today because Westwood keeps interrupting. All right, go ahead.
No. It's good. This is what we do. We're talking at the bar, right?
Peppleton Post.
The Treasury Secretary, and Yellen is saying, don't worry, the banking system remains resilient. Confident that SVB regulators will take appropriate actions. Yellen says she has full confidence in banking regulators. The market stops panicking when central banks start panicking. So there's the definition of Bailin. I put this as a thumbnail because I thought it was really good. Just to be clear for everybody. So a Bailin is relief to the financial institution on the brink of failure by requiring the cancellation of debts owed to creditors and depositors.
What do you mean? Does that mean if I put my money in there, it could get lost?
Mm-hmm. It means they suck it up. So Bailin provides relief to a financial institution on the brink of failure by requiring the cancellation of debts owed to creditors and depositors. A bail-in is the opposite of a bailout, which involves the rescue of a financial institution by external parties. And this is what they're trying to push this narrative of, oh, don't worry, this other bank's going to buy out this bank.
We're going to create a new bank to take care of the old bank.
To take care of the family.
Fund it with the same fake money.
Nope, and not going to happen this time. So key takeaways on this are a bail-in helps financial institutions on the brink of failure by requiring the cancellation of debts owed to creditors and depositors. Bail-ins and bailouts are both resolution schemes used in distress schemes. That's an appropriate word.
That's the word.
Used in distress situations. Bailouts help to keep creditors from losses, while the bail-ins mandate that the creditors take the losses. Bail-ins have been considered across the globe to help. Across the globe? What? Considered across the globe? Who already talked about this? To help mitigate the burden on taxpayers as a result of bank bailouts. They're just thinking of you. They're going to take your money inside the bank instead of taking your money through taxes.
Yes, we'll make you whole, kind of, but not really. Mm-hmm. So we'll take your money in a bail-in, and if we bail out the bank, we'll just print the money and rob you through inflation and
it's really
take care of it that way. It's all good. The system keeps going. We keep moving the chairs around on the deck of the Titanic. It's all good. Just have a seat. Enjoy the ride.
Another thing I thought was really interesting was, I hope I have it on here. I might have to text it to myself. Oh, no, here it is. Only 2.7% of Silicon Valley bank deposits are less than $250,000, meaning 97.3 aren't FDIC insured. So this is a CFA person, which means she's a money manager. She's on Bloomberg, Fox, CEO of Grit Capital. Right, number one.
Grift would be the right word. Holy cow, that'd be funny.
Anyway, so
Grift Capital.
Genevieve or Genevieve, if you're my aunt, that's how she says her name. has said that this means that they are not FDI insured because they are more than 250,000. So the other thing I heard about this, and this is where, let me see if I can make this bigger so you guys can see this.
You didn't lose your money. I mean, you still have your money. It's on, but you kind of
so this exhibit
lost money.
Is the deposits less than 250,000 as a percentage of total deposits, and it has a ton of banks listed. If you zoom in, the SVB Financial Group, where most of them are like in the 40% at least, those amounts. SVB is this 4.0% right now at the time. The other banks that are close to it in these low numbers are the Bank of New York Mellon Group.
Oh, Bank of Mellon.
Northern Trust Corporation, State Street Corporation, Signature Bank, Citigroup Inc., which I think we've heard some noise about Citigroup recently. And then it goes up from there to like 30% of their accounts are 20 in the 20s and 30s. So this was very interesting to me. And I know Bix did a video and said that, and I always want to fight with Bix. Not really.
Well, just a little bit.
Respect Bix and have a lot of respect for
wrangling. That's all good. Then we all drink and it's all fine. Hugs, drinks, yes. It's all good.
Yes. But he
say uncle.
He was saying, so I don't know what the true information is what I'm saying is I've gotten conflicting information, and I really do respect Bix's insight, intelligence, education, all of this. I listen to what Bix says. So with that said, he was saying on his video he just did a little while ago, it's like 10 or 12 minutes long. It's a great one. You guys should go watch it after this. But he said that that the FDIC would or could make them whole up to the 250,000, but not above that.
Not beyond. Because I don't think there are mandates in place for that, is it? And that's it. That's all they can really do.
Know. Yeah, I know 250 is the amount, but I may be just misinterpreting this lady's comment, but from what she was saying, and the other thing I heard about this SVB bank is that it is like the who's who. It's the bank to be at if you're in Silicon Valley.
Correct. They fund all the startups.
Capital venture startups, all this kind of stuff.
And you know what else? See, this is the real screw job. Hey, I'll act this out. Hey, we're going to give you all this money for a startup. Okay, cool. So I've got this extra money that I'm making or whatever, capital. Well, part of the deal is you got to deposit it in our bank. So you've got startups that are done. They're screwed. Basically, unemployed people. That what are they? They're done. I mean, because all the money was locked up.
But Yellen said that
18th largest bank in the U.S.
Joey's saying that the jobs market is so strong.
Well, he created like 1.7 million jobs or something like that. Some weird number.
17.
Said he created. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
Can you see it's all a fraud? And they're being exposed, and it has real life consequences. Though I joke about it and say, "Hey, exit the vampire casino, get out. Put your money in something you can control. I don't care if it goes to $1. I'll keep buying it because I got it in my control." If you got your money in these banks and you're tied to it, and you think you're doing fine, everything's good. Well, no. See, this is what happens when the Fed breaks things. This is what they do. They come and they raise rates and they make it a little more difficult. So, the money's not coming in. I don't have as much cash flow. I got to make these payments.
Right now, they're just they're trying to figure out who they're going to point the finger at. Like the ball has already dropped. The house is on fire.
It's over.
Whose fault is it?
It's already broken behind the scenes.
Yeah. Yellen is over at Congress screaming at them about they have to raise the debt ceiling, where Powell has said over.
I hope they don't do it.
It doesn't matter. He said it doesn't matter like how much he prints until they raise that debt ceiling. Like they can't fix it this time. And so, don't do anything unconstitutional. Don't, Mr. and Mrs. Congress.
And then they're saying, well, these crypto exchanges are selling securities. They're trying to lock that down. Scare everybody out of that. Right now, ask yourself, somebody's buying crypto. Who is it? They're going to come out later and say, oh, this government branch was buying crypto. Oh, this banker was buying crypto. Oh, Warren Buffett was buying crypto. See, they're buying it right now. See, they've scared everybody. Oh, I don't know if I should get it. I'm scared. You know, it's going to go to zero. How many times have you heard this and seen this in crypto? Oh my gosh, this might be it. I don't know. Crypto is just on this thing on the digital screen. Come on, man. This is just perfect timing. Hey, we're still getting $240 Litecoin in June. This doesn't change a thing.
And you need to take an opportunity for it, but also, I mean, none of this is financial advice. Good Lord. Right now we're in an upside down crazy.
I'm in a bar. World. I'm drinking. I'm smoking a cigar.
We're just talking between friends. But this is for entertainment purposes. Yeah. But I was told that like over $200 million of that Silk Road Bitcoin got put onto Coinbase recently.
Yep. There was like, I mean, I don't remember how many there were. There was quite a bit, and they were starting to unload it.
We did the math, and it's
did the math.
You
did the math.
It's a little over 200 million. Yeah.
Good job, Letha.
Thanks.
Did the math.
I'm getting.
And that's nothing. I mean, how much is going to get lost in this VD bank or SVB bank? I mean, how much is going to get lost in this whole deal? That that who knows where it goes and who got robbed and
when they woke up. There were 2 FDIC agents at the bank. The bank was closed, and all the people that had their money in the bank show up, and they're being counseled. But no one that has an account there can get a hold of the FDIC, is what I heard.
They told all their employees not to come in and work from home. That's what the SVB bank said. So
that
it's
was
like,
very smart.
That tells you something right there. Yeah. We don't need this. We don't need, I mean, yeah.
And
if you show up, you're a problem. So don't show up, please.
And let's remember, like at the Great Depression, like it was all the fear, the FUD, all that to trigger some things, to trigger bank runs, to trigger some things.
That's what they got.
It also called. Now we've had like these riots in the cities and whatever, and the prices going down. So if we can sit and maintain our wealth,
survival is the key right now. Survival.
Yes.
Surviving the chaos is the key right now. How do you survive?
Opportunity.
How do you survive, Lisa? How do we survive this mess? What do we do?
Community and truth.
Yes, and so we need to survive with
hard assets.
Yes, truth protocols, truth assets, truth silver, truth gold, truth Bitcoin, Litecoin. I say truth Digibyte too. I'm a big Digibyte fan. Under a penny. I mean, come on, man. So you got to hold things that have lasting value, that have proven themselves to have value, and in the digital space, which is new as far as money. Look at Bitcoin. It's been around since 2009. Litecoin. 2011, Digibyte, 2014. I mean, these networks are running and working, and you can hold them in your possession. You can have these things to where you can't get bailed in. There's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing anybody can do if you don't keep it on an exchange and you hold it in your own wallet. Nothing. I look at it, I'm like, I need more dirty fiat. I need to get more Litecoin. I need to get more of that pie. I like pie. I want more pie.
Yeah.
More pie. More Litecoin. I want the mosty Litecoin out there. Anyway,
look at Phil C says, did you know that FDIC insures over 10 trillion, but only has 125 billion in assets? So split that up. Do the maths on that.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Rush Limbaugh look, he's like
do the napkin math on that. That didn't work out.
Yeah. Let me check my notes in my still nicotine stained fingers. I mean, come on. This is all a big sham. And if you're new to the crypto market and you're thinking, oh my God, okay, what does this mean? It doesn't mean anything. They've done this over and over and over and over and over again. It's just, this is why we hold crypto. This is why we hold sound assets in our possession. This is why I keep preaching about this thing. The dollars don't matter. It's the fact that you've got a tool that you can use and you can transfer outside of this garbage system that they're going to come in and manipulate and say, hey, we're going to create this bank to bail out this bank. And quit changing the rules. The rules don't change with this. It's code. That's the thing with crypto. It's code. It's mathematically math. It's maths.
It's maths.
You know how much it's going to be. You know how
when
it comes out.
Merch store.
Just maths. Just math.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my Lord. And it's just like, so this morning I wake up. This is my experience. I wake up this morning. So I woke up this morning. Sounds like George Thorogood stuff. So I wake up this morning. I go to the bar and I'm like, give me one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer. So that's what I did this morning.
I know that.
What did I do? You like that song. So I'm not going to sing it because I do not want you to get demonetized.
Thank you. I appreciate
that quarter that you're going to make on this video, I do not want to get that taken away.
I know.
It's not a silver quarter. It's a zinc quarter. I just want you to get that quarter. You got to have that quarter. So I wake up this morning and I knew it was going to dump overnight. I knew it was going to go lower because I've seen this so many times, and they usually do it at like 4 a.m. That's when it hits the low. So I wake up and I look 4:40 a.m. I look at Coinbase, 4:40 a.m. Litecoin was $68.08, and I'm like, yep, there you are. There's your low. They scammed it down as far as they could, and they bought up whatever they could, and that's just what they do. I mean, this changes nothing as far as the fundamentals. Absolutely nothing. Because guess what? I know at the end of all this FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, after all of this garbage, all they've been talking about, hey, we're going to raise 30% tax on, mining equipment, or whatever it is. They're saying they're going to charge 30% upcharge. Biden wants to do on mining equipment for cryptocurrencies. This is all bogus. What are they going to do? Well, they'll find a way to get efficient. I mean, if anything's efficient, mining is because they do it cheaper. Exactly. I mean, get a solar panel. Go on. This is stupid. It doesn't matter. And so I look at it and I'm like, all right, income tax return did not come into the account today. I got bills to pay this date. I'm like, what do I got in there that I can float to buy more Litecoin for $69? And that's my mentality, because I'm like, I know I've already won. I just want to win some more. I want to keep winning.
To get to the future.
I want to be winners, and I want my kids to be winners, and they don't even know they're winners. And I want their grandkids to be winners. They're not even here yet. I just it's a no-brainer to me. I'm not scared at all. And so here's the thing that upsets most people. And I have this conversation with a friend, and he's like, why did I buy that $90 Litecoin? Like a week ago, and I'm like,
it won't matter in the scheme of things.
That's what I said.
$1,000, you're not going to be kicking yourself for buying a $90 Litecoin.
It won't matter in June because Litecoin's going to be $240 minimum. It's not going to matter in 2025 when Litecoin is 4 digits forever. I mean, it's not going to matter because you'll look back at the charts. Go look back at the charts in the past, and you're like, oh crap, yeah, it did dive down. What were they thinking at that point in history? Well, you get to feel it right now. That's what people were thinking. It's the fear. And why are you afraid of these talking heads, these knuckleheads that are out there talking all this stuff? And it's like,
and we know they're told what to say and when to say it. And they've even said stuff before it happened because it was already
what they're going to do. They're going to tell you what they're going to do because they got to get everybody kind of in order and in the loop and telegraph it all. And that's why I just don't pay attention to it anymore, because I don't have to. It's like, I just exited the Vampire Casino. I'm done. I got my money in Litecoin. I'm done. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just don't care. Just don't care.
Where's my... Okay. No, I'm not.
I'm like hoarding cigars and whiskey and gin. That's what I'm doing.
So I started a merch store. It's connected to the YouTube. Oh, wait. What did I just do? Did I just change it? I think I just changed it.
All right. Let me look at the chat.
You're still able to see it. I'm on the wrong tab. Let me talk to myself over here. I got some happy hour shirts for us, some Litecoin Lisa shirts.
Are you okay, Letha?
Are you talking to Letha or Lisa?
No, I was talking Letha. Whoever responds. You're in the bar.
I'm glad that she's in here.
If somebody responds, I'm like, yeah, I was talking to you.
That's who I was talking to, right?
Okay, sorry.
I created this shirt. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. You're an idiot. Which maybe is not the nicest shirt. I might have been in a mood when I made that, but I was playing around with. So there's different options I can.
You should have the shirt of the month club. Shirt of the month club, to where everybody signs up.
I could do that,
and you send them a shirt. Get your size, and
I don't want to. I would just rather them go buy a shirt.
All right, I got you. I know it's a lot of headache.
Well, it's a lot of shipping.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I also did some with. Yeah, there's sweatshirt. They have sweatshirts, shirts, and we have these happy hour ones, which I think are cute. I took the happy hour logo with our little happy hour. So there's sweatshirts, shirts, and you can click on it, and then it'll say the collection, the Happy Hour Roadshow collection. And it should go to all the different kinds of, well, it's not going to everything. Anyway, I don't know how you do it. I'm still playing with it.
Hey, somebody in the chat, figure that out. Start a Patreon, and then Letha can join the Patreon and learn how to sell her stuff.
So I found tank tops, though, and I'm going to make Johnny his Litecoin daddy tank top. So I'll have a Litecoin daddy tank top.
Tank top wearing fool.
I've got a happy hour
And he should.
roadshow
If you look like
top.
that, you ought to wear a tank top.
Yes.
I wear tank tops, and not that I should be, but I do.
You're Westwood. You can
I'm
pull
Westwood.
it off.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a link in the description
Rip it
if you
off.
guys want to check it out. It supports the channel, and I had fun with it. They've got socks and I don't know, all kinds of things. I'm gonna play around with it some more, and you can leave me a message and ideas. And
what you could do is get a picture of the dogs and put them on there and say,
get it in black of the
like
puppies,
a puppy tank top,
and say, "I love my puppies."
Checking out my puppies. Check out my puppies. There you go, and put them in a strategically located place. Check out my puppies.
Great idea, Westwood.
I'm just saying, you know, bar talk.
You're a mess.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, Logan's here. Pick up his children from school. Great work, Digibyte.
I love the Digibyte.
Mm-hmm.
Love the Digibyte. Spa day Fridays for puppies. Friday. Spa
So
day
today
for
the
puppies.
babies got their very first
They got groomed
haircut.
up.
Yes.
What do they charge for one of them? Because I'm trying to price what I got.
When Roxy was alive, it was $25, but inflation, Biden inflation.
It's probably like 40, 50 now each.
They 40, but she gave us 35 because the other one's a little bit littler. So $75 for the two of them.
Pays to be small, I guess.
Yeah.
Less square inch.
Yes.
Inches.
She's
That's not bad.
honoring
It's really
you.
not. Because when Bella was alive, I mean, she wasn't charging me enough. She was charging me like $40. And I said, "Is that right?" I'd give her a $50 tip. She says, "Well, it's actually 50. I just didn't want to tell you." Like,
well, so we go every 2 weeks, and that's why they were only charging me $25.
Okay, that makes sense. I let my dogs go like 3 months, and I'm like,
No.
It's expensive.
We go every 2 weeks because otherwise they'll get matted, and you can't keep them in that
I
cute
know.
little puppy cut.
I know.
And so we just go, and these people that we take them to are just the sweetest people, and we love them. So
I don't even get groomed that much. Look at my hair.
that's true. If I think about it, their hair may cost more than mine at this point.
That's what I'm saying. Next thing they're gonna get their nails did and say, "Oh, do you like the nails? It's got a little shamrock on it." And
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
St. Patty's Day's coming up. Yeah, a little clover.
St. Patty's Day's coming up. Pimpy's birthday is the 20th, which
Is that
also
when it
happy
is?
birthday, Jesus, supposedly.
Huh? Oh yeah. It's spring. Yeah, that's right.
Spring.
Spring is sprung. And we lose an hour this weekend. How freaking silly is this?
Oh, is this the weekend?
Yes, this is the weekend where you lose an hour. On Saturday at 2 a.m. It now becomes 3 a.m. So it's just like gone. Missed. What happened to it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was trying to explain that to Cannon one time. And
Makes no sense to a child.
He was like, I said, well, originally the fable is, the story is that it gave the farmers more time to, and he goes, Mom, the sun's either up or it's down. That doesn't give them any more time if you call it something else.
Right?
I was like, yes, thank you, homeschooling, critical thinking.
Yeah. Out of the mouth of a babe. I mean, and that's what it just, I mean, all these artificial constructs that are placed upon us just to disorient us and make us, life difficult. So our bodies don't adjust correctly. And so the next week, people are going to be all screwed up and more accidents and,
mess up your sex. Oh, what a coincidence that that's happening this week.
What's that?
When the banks are failing, everybody's circadian.
Circadian rhythm. Is it the circadian or circadian? It's probably circadian because cicadas are noisy.
Yeah, that's a bug.
It's probably circadian rhythm.
Circadian rhythm.
I don't know. I've forgotten more than I ever learned. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. My husband's like, how do you remember that? And I was like, what do you mean? Okay, so they're trying to indict Trump for Stormy Daniels. For paying Stormy. I said, we already did. Remember, we already did this.
That's done.
Yes, remember, we already did this. And then he's like, you have a really good memory. Like, I think a lot of people have forgotten what really happened with all that.
But that's what they do. They have the same playbook over and over and over again. It's the same thing. Nothing new. Hey, take them to war. Call them you know, I don't know, whatever, racist. Call them a you know, colluder with Russia. Call them a, you know, what are we going to pull out this time? It's like a wheel they spin. Today, I don't know. What difference at this point does it make?
Oh, I hate it when you quote that evil beast.
But you got to throw it out there because some people don't remember that. Go look the quote up, and then you start doing a little research. You're
but you know,
Kevin McCarthy
been gone for so long. But you know who else is on the chopping block? I think it's very interesting. Mitch McConnell had a little slip and fall.
I heard that, you know, he was tripping in a hotel somewhere.
Tripping in a hotel.
He was tripping and got something happened. 81 years old. He saw a giant rabbit. The turtle saw like a giant rabbit coming at him, like in neon and you know, psychedelic colors, and he's tripping.
It'd be interesting to see if he has a boot on when he comes out.
Right,
of the
there's a lot of that going around right now.
And if he looks
a lot of boots and black eyes.
And that's a repeat of what, 2016, 17, or was that 17, 18? When all the boots and black eyes.
It's coming back. It's making a comeback.
It's like bell bottoms. It's coming back. The merch link is in my description of this video. I need to put it on my website. Thank you for going to litecoinlisa.net and checking it. I'm going to be working on that this weekend and updating that as well. Especially because I'm going to have ticket sales for Team Mighty event. The location has been secured. I have a very generous friend. He actually did all the food for Team Mighty last year. So you guys know, great food. He makes way too much. He's way generous.
I ate at his restaurant that one time when I was in
Yes, and we've eaten at one of his restaurants.
Oh my gosh.
So he has another location that
I have a feeling I'm going to look like him in like 20 years.
Maybe, if you're lucky.
If it might happen.
It might happen. He's
looks like a happy guy.
Pretty great guy. He's very happy. He's like
a happy guy.
Great guy.
I kind of like him.
And he's from like Boston or I don't know, somewhere northeast where they talk funny.
I'll have the market fish.
And it's all about the lobster mac, and the oysters and the mussels.
Only on Fridays because I'm going to steak the rest of the week. Just on Friday, I'm going to have the fish.
Good.
I have the market price fish on Friday.
There you
because
go.
I'm sacrificing the hooved beasts.
You have a plan. I'm glad.
Yes, I got a plan.
So
I'm on a liquid diet, actually.
I'll probably do like a little quick video announcement this weekend because I'll be so excited and proud of myself for because I went to log in back to Eventbrite and apparently I did not use the same email that I thought I used before. And anyway, I've got to like reset the whole thing.
We need to have DigiID for everything. Then we don't have to worry about this.
Really?
Yes. I mean, if everything would just do a DigiID authentication, then we'd be fine. You just got your phone. It's like your phone authenticates who you are. And it's like, boom, sends it and says, okay, yeah, you know who it is. It's right here. It's done. See, blockchain has so many applications.
Interesting.
Anyway.
And I could have I need like a wallet for my DigiID where I have different personas.
Coinomi, you can set up multiple wallets in Coinomi.
And have different personas.
10
so
like
wallets. I could be when I'm representing my 501c3, when I'm representing
makes it easy. This is my DigiID. I'm logging in with this. And then this is where I'm going here. This is where I'm going here. This is, and you can label the wallets to where it's like, hey, this is the church wallet. Hey, this is the foundation wallet. And she's gone. Exit.
I have to close my window. The light was like glaring.
Can you see the light? The light is Litecoin, the lighthouse of the crypto space.
I'm pretty excited about. What was the new thing that came out on Litecoin? Have you
Ordinals?
done? No, my husband sent it to me this morning.
What was it? Because Charlie's like in a mood today. He's like, well, what's this going to do? What's that? He's in the chat. He's like firing off, man. He's like, he sees that market dump and he's like salivating, which is what we all should be doing because I like things on sale. I don't like to pay full price. I don't even like to get it at a slight discount. I don't even want the senior discount. No, I want deep discounts. And so today, it's a good day. I like it. like it a lot.
It's good
So
stuff.
anyway, what's he looking at on Litecoin? There's so much stuff being built on Litecoin right now. Oh, the meme pool, whatever it is.
Mhm.
There's a bounty out to do that, to port that over from Bitcoin. See, everything Bitcoin's done. See, this is the thing. This is the problem. I don't even say the problem with Bitcoin. Kind of is, because Litecoin can do everything that Bitcoin can do, but better and faster and cheaper. So everything that gets built on Bitcoin, they'll say, hey, you know what? We'll just start a bounty, and the community will say, yeah, I'll throw in one Litecoin for that. And then the developer says, well, shoot, that's like $2,000 in Litecoin. Okay, I'll go develop that and make that available on Litecoin. Boom, there it is, just like ordinals. Bitcoin, everybody's like excited about ordinals on Bitcoin. Then they're like, man, this kind of costing a lot. Hey, can we get ordinals on Litecoin? Yeah, sure. Boom, and it's cheap, and everybody can write it to the blockchain and forever. And it's like, anyway, that's why I love Litecoin.
Do we have is there a banking holiday on Monday?
I don't think so.
Is it already like set up or planned?
What's the date? Well, the 15th is the Ides of March. You know, that's when the debts are collected. You know, Julius Caesar was murdered on the Ides of March. So you never know. You know, all I know is that next Friday is going to be the 17th, and it's going to be St. Patty's Day, and we're going to have a happy hour. I'm going to be wearing green. I'm going to be drinking like absinthe, like green stuff, and
we're going to be wishing a
fairies.
happy anniversary to Bix and Amy. Where?
Oh, that's right. I got married on. I'm gonna have to get a green cup. I'm gonna get some green solo cups.
Solo cups.
Oh man, this is exciting times in which we find ourselves right now.
Okay, so I know today is like everything's about SVB and all of that, but this week was also Holy Holly. How do you say it?
HOLI. I saw that in my calendar.
Yeah,
I'm like, what's this?
It
was International Women's Day a couple of days ago.
Yeah, that was
and
Monday,
then
I think.
some trans got awards for being women. I saw that.
That was weird.
It was kind of cool.
And Iran and Saudi reconciliation is a good development. I believe this was in the Jim Willie interview that he said this was like a tipping point with Iran and Saudi partnership. And you can go to my website and watch the full interview.
Yeah, I'll drink till you turn
in
green.
the What's New. That I can't even watch. There's my hubby ordering our chicken fried steak at lunch.
Oh, yes.
It's a little old place that's been there forever in Oklahoma City.
What's up, Chuck's?
And it's called the Chuck House. And so he's like, I know where we'll go.
Chuck wagon.
And so he took me over there, and we had French fries.
Had some cultural food.
Yeah. Yes. It was delicious.
I bet it was.
Yeah. But you sit at the table and we walk in, and the little girl goes, the phones all work, so just sit anywhere you want. And I was like, okay. Thank you.
You got to explain that, because in the yes, because you order it with a phone, don't you?
With this phone that he's talking on in the picture.
Okay. Yeah, that.
I don't know if you can see that.
I couldn't see but
you
yeah,
can't
I saw
see
that.
It, yeah.
Yeah. But you order the phone. Hey, can I get a phone over here so I can put an order in for my truck stuff?
So you push the button, and then you wait, and then they from the kitchen they're like, "Hello, what do you want?" Whatever. And you put your order in, and then the phone rings when you go pick up your order. It's cute.
I want 4-digit Litecoin. Can you make that happen?
I need to take Cannon here, because I'm sure he'd be like, "What is that?"
Right. What's that thing?
Because it doesn't have a dial or buttons. But
it's all hardwired. You just pick it up. You ever go into the old houses? If you take tours in the old houses, like in the old towns, tour the mansions, the rich people used to live, that founded the towns, and the streets are all named after them. If you go into those, they have like a brass pipe or something, and they've got these pipes, these tubes. Like when you go to the bank, you put the thing in and it goes up the glass tube. Okay, they used to have these in the houses. So that, if you're in that's how you communicate in the rooms. You'd talk into it, and then they would hear you. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just like this communication in these big houses. And so it's kind of like that, so that's the upgraded method. You got these copper wires connected to this phone, tin can and a string concept, to where you can go back to the kitchen. It's like, hey, you pick it up, does a little thing. And you remember the operators? Nobody knows what an operator is. They used to take the plug and connect the wires, so that
I should have taken a picture. Yeah, we were out antiquing a couple weeks ago, and we saw that it was the operator desk for an emergency services thing from back, I don't know, in the 20s or 30s or whatever. It was crazy. And then maybe in the 50s. I don't know.
It was
like
still
a
around
long
in the
time.
50s. I mean, it was
Really?
yes.
With a
Call
little
the operator.
plug in
Depends
like
small
this.
town. I'm from small town, so we're
Okay.
a little slow. And
anyway, it was really cool. And then what was the other thing that you made me think of when you were talking about all that? I can't remember. I got distracted.
That's what I do best.
I know.
It's my game. If I could I could be in politics because I could just like distract people, and pretty soon they're like, I don't even know what I asked him. I don't even know what I asked the guy, and he's out of here.
What was my question? What was the question?
At the bar.
Can you repeat the question, sir? Yes, good answer.
I'm Ron DeSantis, and I have a book.
Hubby.
I'm going to go to Iowa and promote my book, but I'm not running for president.
Yeah. That's a whole weird thing that Trump and DeSantis are supposedly fighting, and I don't know.
It's like, what is going on?
That. Yeah. Tickets on sale now.
Pretty much.
Mario movie.
You gotta realize it's me, a Mario. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Xi
Jinping.
I can't say his name.
Xi Jinping.
Thank you.
Xi Jinping.
Secured his third president term, which gives him another 5 years.
Because they're on 5-year plans in China. That's how they do things. 5-year plans.
Generationally interesting.
Like,
today, Gandhi was, it's the anniversary that in 1919, Gandhi was arrested for sedition for writing 3 articles opposing the British colonial government in India.
Come on. The Crown? What would the Crown do? Yeah, go ahead.
I know what I want to talk about.
Yes.
Well, first of all, this is fun. Go screw yourself, Facebook, is what Glenn Beck says. So take that however you want. Wait.
Take that and repost it.
Yes. Treasury Secretary says she's monitoring a few banks. A few banks? Wait, I thought only SVB was in trouble. Very carefully.
A couple 2-3 banks.
Mm-hmm. This was... Where is it? This was interesting. This was Jacob Chansley's reading Trump's tweet telling everyone to go home and remain peaceful. That was quite interesting.
Release the video. Release the laptop. I want to see it all. I want all of it. It's ours. I mean, the video is all ours. I mean, we paid for all these cameras. We paid for all this stuff. Release it all. We'll do narratives of it, Lisa. You and I will go through videos, and we'll actually go live.
Oh, this is it.
We'll go through it all.
I need to. Okay, I'm going to click on this. John Deaton is starting a security class action that Ethereum is not a security because we had this jack wagon. Excuse my mouth. I corrected myself.
Jack wagon. Jack
say horse. From this AG from New Jersey, self-proclaimed, put his little...
Was it Jersey or New York? I thought it was
New York.
Okay.
I thought it was New York.
What difference does it make?
He put his crown on and said that Ethereum is a security. And
well, it is, but it's too far gone to be able to really do anything about it. So they let it go so far. They didn't regulate it, and they didn't, regulators never come in when they're supposed to come in before things get out of hand. They always come in later and say, why don't you just pay this fine and we'll call it good.
I'm going to put
Where were you when I lost all these ERC20, all this money on ERC20 tokens in 2017 that are worth nothing? Where were you then to save me? You didn't help me, you scumbags.
Wow. Yeah,
Somebody needs to send Gary Gensler, a gift certificate to the Hair Club for Men.
Well, him or his twin, because I heard he has a twin.
Both of them. Whatever. Send him a chia pet. Give him a Trump chia head. That's what I need to send him. Chia pet. There's your hair. There's your hair right there.
Because you have hair.
What are you talking to me?
Yes.
I'm surprised I have hair. I think I've actually gained hair since when I was 30. I thought I was going to go bald early, and I still got hair. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I don't know what's going on. Must be my great healthy lifestyle.
Your charming personality.
Yeah, my charming personality. It's the hugs. I'm feeding. I'm the vampire. I'm the crypto vampire. I get hugs and I feed off everybody. That's my game. That's why I give you hugs and sucking all your energy out. Go to my hair. I hate long hair. I need to cut it.
Okay, hold on.
Anyway.
I'm changing the description right now in the video that we're watching right now. Join the ETH is not a security class action.
Litecoin's not a security. That's all I can say. Digibyte's not a security. Bitcoin's not a security.
You might have to refresh if you're in the live chat, but if you're watching this later, you should see that as a very first link, and you can check that out.
Jim Montgomery throwing the truth out there in the chat. Oh, big shout out right now, today, right here, baby. The Birds. They had the semifinals today, and they had their game this morning. They played a team out of St. Louis, suburban school. They were down by 10, looked grim. They came back and won by 7. So the Redbirds are playing for the championship tomorrow night. Basketball, high school.
I couldn't. Oh, the Redbirds in your town.
My
your
Redbirds.
local.
My local Redbirds,
great.
the high school team.
I thought you were talking about like Larry Bird or something.
Larry Bird, from French Lick. No, not him. French Lick, Indiana. I love that French Lick. So, no, not him. I'll tell you what, in southern Indiana, there are Sasquatches, just so you know. I'll leave it at that. But the Redbirds are playing for the state championship for the second year in a row tomorrow night. And I think they're going to do well because it's going to be the downstate boys.
Go Redbirds.
The downstate boys against the Chicago League boys. And, it's just
really?
It's a clash of cultures and clash of state issues. No. I figured he would
be like really into that and get like
my daughter is. She was there today and she's on TV. I'm watching her. I'm like, oh my God, she's changing outfits and putting hats on and doing all this stuff. And it's good stuff. I love it, because, like I think I said it last week, our 7th grade boys won state, just annihilated the opponent. The 8th grade boys only got 3rd. I mean, it's poor guys, We got 3rd place in state, and the high school boys are playing for 1st place tomorrow. They're going to get 1st or 2nd. I think they're going to get 1st because they're ready. They're prepared. They hit the weight room over the off season, and they're ready. They're confident.
Did you help coach them in the weight room?
I did not because, I'm 12, 16 ounces. That's basically all I lift right now. So I'm kind of out of the game. But, they did a pretty good job on their own. My daughter, she's like a workout freak right now. She likes to work out. She's like obsessed. And it's just like,
my daughter went through that.
Got that obsessive gene, to where it's just like, I got to work out.
And then she switched to from working out to learning with the jiu-jitsu.
That's what I did. And in high school, I was powerlifting, lifting really heavy. And then I'm like, I'm done with this. I did what I needed to do. And then I went into book learning, in college and, absorb all this stuff. So it's just like, that's the thing though. There's seasons to everything. It's like, you can't be stuck in a rut. I know people are like, hey, you remember back when we were seniors? Or, hey, you remember? It's like
the good old days,
bro. You got to get out of that mindset and realize things change. These are the people,
especially now, because we're building the future.
Right. It's like, these are the people I talk to crypto about, and they're like,
Rome is burning. And what was the example of that? Or there was some,
the money changes, but the alcohol stays the same.
There was some calm I saw, and it related to the Rome burning thing. Also, did I send you the one of, and now I can't think of what business it is.
No, you haven't been communicating with me this week, and I'm a little hurt.
Really?
But that's okay. Yeah, you haven't sent me much.
Sorry.
That's okay though.
I've just been really busy.
I know. You got things going on.
I'm sorry. I'm doing my best.
So no, I didn't get it.
Well, there was this one that was like a promoted ad in YouTube, and it's like this cute commercial, whatever. And then all of a sudden they show a dude's hairy legs with blue and green toenails. No. And his hand reaches down and each finger is like a different color. And I was like, but it was all about everything going down or going to the bottom. Something like that.
And so it was a meme basically showing that, hey, things are going to crash.
It was an ad saying everything's crashing, all markets in what I interpreted. is
The
we're getting
thing
ready to
is-
have all
okay,
markets. So
all right.
get your stuff in your own possession.
Stocks can go to zero. SVB can go to zero. It went to zero today. Like in the last week, it went from, I don't know, what, $250 to
Yeah.
zero.
This is
basically.
incredible. Zero
Yes.
had showed he has like a visual of it. Hold on. Oop, right there.
Can Litecoin go to zero? No. And you know why? It's because when it gets to a penny, I'm buying all of it. So there will be a buyer of last resort, and that will be me. And Charlie will step up with me. And I know a few other friends who are going to say, hey, I got all these, Paulie P, all these dimes you've been finding that the universe has been providing.
Yeah.
You know, if you can get a penny Litecoin, that's 10 Litecoin. You're going to buy it all up. So it can't go to zero because it doesn't matter if there's only one computer running that Litecoin code and it's me. I'm going to buy it all. I want all of it. So it can't go to zero because there's a market for it because I'm the market. I'm the market of last resort. I'll buy it all for a penny. All of it. All of it. Anyway, go ahead.
Cool. No, I'm with you. I think that's the plan. That's
It
how the
can't go to
Rockefellers
zero. That's the
became
point.
generationally wealthy is
It
that when
can't.
there was blood in the streets,
Right.
when everyone fear mongered, when everyone fell into fear and sold whatever they had, and instead of just being strong, preserve your wealth,
Right.
ride out the storm. Oh,
I have more Litecoin today than I had yesterday. Let's just put it that way because
yeah.
I'm like,
And that's the future.
I'll take more.
Yeah.
I'll get more.
I want to, so I got my Pilled account streaming again. I got it refreshed, or they fixed whatever, or maybe it was operator error, most likely. But I'm super excited to be back on Pilled. This was a lot of fun.
You used to be a train engineer. I know a guy.
When I got it back.
Operator error.
Oh, operator error.
It's probably the wheels, the bearings or something. I don't know. Probably made in China wheels. That's what's going to come out. I just thought about it. The wheels, the wheels are falling off. The symbolism of that, the trains, and these wheels, there's a recall on these wheels. Don't use these train cars with these wheels. Watch. You're probably going to track it back. It's going to be made in China or something.
I forgot how to do all this. I need to go watch somebody's.
See, you've forgotten more than you've ever learned. You're joining the club, Lisa.
There's a way that you can
I'm with you.
Put gold pills on, and then whoever's watching gets the pills, gets these gold pills. So I'm trying to remember. Oh gosh, it's been a while since I did it.
I remember you doing that.
Remember me doing that? I got to figure it out again. Because this is the kind of thing like we can stream live.
It's train wheels made in Ukraine, Daddy. Oh, yes, you got it.
Well, yeah.
Government contracted wheels for trains made in Ukraine.
Is it there?
Gain of function wheels.
Buy. No, I'm watching my own channel. I don't want to buy any.
I'm watching myself. It's like Black Mirror. I'm watching.
It's telling me I can subscribe to myself and then get these. Yeah, you can do this.
How many times can you subscribe to
yourself? Release scratch offs. I think that's it.
That's it.
I think this is kind of what I remember. You go and you collect, you select scratch off or something like that if you're on Pilled. And then I can release. Oh, you guys aren't able to see what I'm seeing. Yeah. Below what you're seeing, there's like a little box. And it says release scratch offs.
Letha the leprechaun. She's going to release some freebies.
I'm going to try it. So if you're on pill.net or Foxhole, it's the same platform. Basically, it's just two like front facing things.
I think I've ran everybody off. The chat has dropped.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They might have gone over to pill.net. They said scratch released. So did it release? It didn't do the usually it
old scratch.
Huh. I'll have to get with my friend Shahid Hamid.
He was in the chat earlier.
Maybe he can help me.
Shout out to him.
Yes, I saw him in the chat earlier.
There he is. Yeah.
Maybe he can help me later. We can figure this out.
I like that. Again. Shahid Hamid. Like nice flow to it.
Sounds good.
I like it.
Just like Letha and Lisa.
Letha and Lisa.
We can be besties.
Letha and Lisa. That's hard to do. Letha and Lisa. Hey, Letha. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Lisa.
And then
It's
we
like
can
an
be
80s
best.
band, Lisa Letha.
It does sound like Lisa from who was a Pauly
like
Shore or something.
Lisa
And then Sean
Letha.
told me
Letha
about
Lisa.
a song that I'd never heard in my life. At 1 year, it was my birthday when Sean and I first met.
Yeah.
And he sent me this. He starts singing this happy birthday
He's
song.
the guy you want to have, in a bar when you're doing trivia nights. It's like, where the heck did you remember that from?
Yes.
Anyway.
I was like, I've never heard of that in my life.
Be like, I got a story for that. I'm like, oh, come on, man. I only got 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Sean. I love you.
Lisa Letha and the Cult Jam. See, she's heard that as many times as me.
I knew it. I was trying to think what it was.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Who did that? Give him a gold star. Give him a scratch off.
That's Letha D, of course.
We've
heard it our
See,
whole lives. Yes, we've heard it our whole lives. You've lived it. Trust me.
You're living it.
The only thing that was worse than that is when Pauly Shore did the song Lisa, the one I adore. Remember that?
No, I don't. Pauly Shore sucks. I can't remember.
It's terrible.
He was so annoying. Speaking of 80s, I did like Max Headroom. I think he's in like a Altered Carbon right now. He looks like Max Headroom. Altered Carbon. You ever watch that on Netflix? You got to watch it.
No.
You got to be careful. Don't have Canon around because once in a while they'll slip in like an inappropriate scene. And I'm like,
a butt.
Fast forward. Well, a little more than that. But
we were watching something and like someone's like half cheek showed or something, and he was like, and I was like, oh, Canon. I was like, look away. He goes, Mom, it's the first butt, but I'm sure I'll see a lot more. And I was like, oh my God.
Lord. And here we go.
The first butt.
And so it begins.
Yeah.
The first butt.
Ugh.
No, but
it all begins with butt.
The first cheek.
Yes.
Getting a little cheeky in here. So if you watch Altered Carbon on Netflix, I mean, the concept of it is kind of what they want to do because you've got what's called a stack. It's like a little electronic thing that goes in the back of your neck, and that contains and retains all your consciousness. And you got to have enough money to be able to save the stack. And if you got a lot of money, you can back up the stack, and you can back it up like in the cloud, like in a satellite that you might, have ownership in or rights to. And so that allows you to live forever because it retains your consciousness. And then you need to be able to pay for a sleeve, which is a new body. And so they insert that in there, and you might have a different body, but you still got your consciousness, and you can upgrade bodies. You can have like a warrior body that's already got muscle memory that can fight. I mean, you can have, sexy body. You can have whatever body. You can get into a female body if you're Westwood, which would be a really weird
Speaking
situation.
of inserting bodies, I don't think I shared this tweet because it was just too vulgar. Have you seen the butt baby? They're gay men can have it's a little shape of a baby and they put it somewhere so they can experience birth. I'm like, that's just going to the
butt
bathroom.
baby kind of sums it all up. I mean, these are people, we've gotten to a point where people are searching for something unique, something that they're searching for something outside themselves. In this case, maybe inside themselves, but they're looking for
sick.
No, it is. Because they don't know who they are is really what it comes down to. They don't understand who they are and embrace who they are. And they're looking for something different, something unique, something, flamboyant and to become and make a statement. And it's like, sometimes not saying anything makes the most statement. Because you're kind of secure in who you are and you really don't need to say anything, and you don't need to go out and act out silly things that really aren't natural and part of kind of how nature works. Because if you look at how nature works, there's this and there's this.
Nature versus science. So science researchers claim that they successfully created eggs by turning male XY chromosome pairs from skin cells of male mice into female XX chromosome pairs. The breakthrough could one day pave the way for human male couples to have biological children.
Which has always been a goal for humanity. It's something that's necessary that we should be doing and focusing our energy on, right? Not mass starvation.
Just like, if this is not the
tipping point,
low for humanity and like the Tower of Babel. I think about the Tower of Babel, and they thought they were above God.
Good analogy.
They built the Tower of Babel to
get so high
that they were seeking
look
him.
God in the eye.
Yeah, I'm going to be his equal. And that is what
Man's
this
got to know
kind
his
of
limitations.
weird
I'm sorry,
stuff
pronouns
is.
got to know
Yeah.
they're
You're
the
part of,
limitations.
yeah, you're part of grammar. You're part of speech. A pronoun needs to know it's part of speech, and
Pronoun needs to know its limitations.
mm-hmm.
Saying.
Mm.
And what's wrong with that? I mean, what's wrong with, just, hey, things are the way they are because the way they are, that's the way it is. I mean, it's just, and I'm the most disobedient person out there to where it's like, I don't want to follow any rules and do any of this stuff. But I mean, it's just like, there's a natural order to things. And I mean, you kind of see it. If you got dogs, you got puppies, and it's like, did you go and I mean, you chose 2 females for a reason. I mean, it's like,
Yeah,
I don't,
no offense.
I didn't want to take a male and change it to a female just because it's just, sometimes it is what it is, and you just got to accept it.
Everything. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then
no offense, but you boys,
every time it gets on, somebody comes over, it's on its leg and doing and all that
inappropriate behavior.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like,
yeah.
And that's the whole thing. It's like, I don't want any of that. My wife doesn't want any of that. We don't want any of that. Just give me females. Seriously, I mean, it's a thing. And
I know, but you shouldn't have said it that way.
Yeah. Inappropriate. Mr. Inappropriate today, I guess. Yeah. But anyway.
Yes, that is Baphomet, kind of. Baphomet
yeah, the whole,
light.
Right, the Baphomet thing. I mean, there's a reason they all worship that image, and you look at it, and it's like this androgynous thing, kind of like multifaceted, I guess you could say. It's got both genders, hermaphroditic. And I mean, that's what they want culture to become. They want it to become like this blend of this or that. And then you tie in the scientific stuff, and then they try and do it scientifically. And it's just like, can't you just let the damn tree grow and enjoy it for what it is?
But then the tree might know who it is, and the tree might know
identify. I'm an evergreen, but I identify as a birch.
Its roots, and it might know what it was intended to be. And if you confuse it, you can control it.
And then these people want to reintroduce the woolly mammoth. They want to take DNA and reintroduce, like species that are extinct. I mean, you're going to let these people like manipulate things. I mean, they've done it with the corn. They got all kinds of animal DNA and crap in the corn, and now they're going to make corn shorter. My daughter tells me, she comes home, she says, "Hey, you realize they're trying to make shorter corn." I said, "What do they need shorter corn for?" It's like, I don't know, because it's less waste and this and that. It's like, and I said, "You realize it's all genetically modified?" I said, "Yeah, I mean, you're like using the fields as a petri dish, and then they're going to feed it to people." And you wonder why people have all these problems. You wonder why we're all screwed up, because, they put it in our food supply. They put it in the thing that they put, I mean, all this stuff's modified to where it's not natural at all. And I mean, that's where they want us, though. They want to micromanage everything, and they want to control everything because they're freaks. You look at billionaires, what do? They collect things. They like unique things, and they want to put it on the wall, and they want to make, let's see if I can get one of these species and, make this thing. I mean, they're all psychotic people. They're sociopaths. That's what they do. When they got nothing but time and money on their hands, they just start going around and tinkering with stuff that they shouldn't be tinkering with. And these are the kind of people that are running things. They're all vampires. And that's why we got to exit the vampire casino.
It's getting more and more blatant. Like, that's where people are like, "Oh, it's getting dark and painful and whatever." And I'm like, I mean, seriously, I was like, okay, I know I should not be this happy today, but it is. The lies are being exposed. The lies of the derivatives, the open, what is it called? The repo window or whatever.
Like, what's that?
Bix talks about. Go watch Bix Weir Road to Ruta. He'll educate you on all of it.
Financial information from him.
I'm on the private road, and he just re-released. There's a video where he's talking about the Wishes and Rainbows. He goes through the whole Wishes and Rainbows comic book and tells a story. And then he has a book that he I feel like my husband just screamed, but I don't know. He has a book that he wrote.
I can't get up.
I know. I'm like, are you okay?
If you need to check on him, I'll take the show. I'll ban the channel. He probably burned himself on.
No, it's okay.
Throwing something in there. He should have his own cooking channel. If he had his own cooking channel, he might get like 20
I try to tell him, because he is like just such a handful. You guys know. A lot of you have met him.
He's got to do something. He's got to
And
Get
he's
that
just a handful. Like I
Yes,
say,
he's
he's
gotta
a
get it out.
lot. Yeah.
Gotta get it out there.
He's
He needs his own
pretty
channel.
funny.
He does.
That would be funny, but I
I'll
don't think he'll do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But now I forgot what I was saying. Anyway,
See how this
I'm
works.
sure it was. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Westwood. Oh Lord, you guys are so funny.
A very profound statement that is now lost to the ether.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a security now.
So we had a game show episode this week on World Blockchain Roundtable.
I missed it. I was going to watch it. I had good intentions. Road to Hell.
It's okay. It's still, you can still go watch it.
Unwatched blockchain live episodes, World Blockchain.
It was pretty fun. And they had, so John that's on there, he's a comedian, like professionally, like in New York. He's actually hilarious.
He's paid to be funny?
Yeah, he's like amazingly witty and I don't know, he's really funny. But he created this whole blockchain game. It's an online game for us. And it was hilarious. But he used this tool called Buzz In. And we could all, like, from wherever we were, we could click and buzz in. And so I was trying to see, like, how much it would be to do, to play a game. Like, how fun would it be on Fridays if everybody in the live chat could, like, if we had a buzz, you know, a way for them to buzz in and play that way.
And
but
they
you
can
have
like
to pay for it.
They could like hit wire, you hook wires up to Westwood, and you can push a button, you know, and zap or something. It's like every time you do it, you got to pay Litecoin.
No, it's like whoever answers the question first, or if you have the answer to the question. So you say a question or whatever, and then whoever hits their buzzer first, then it would show up to whoever had this buzz in thing. Anyway, it was fun. What is it?
Sounds like
Need
fun.
a premium key. You have to like, there's a free tier, but that's only 8 players.
Oh, so you got to go premium and you can get more.
Or you go premium and you pay for it. And that's like more. But anyway, I thought that might be something fun.
That could be
sometime.
Got to port that over.
Yeah.
A buzzed game. Yeah.
I need
every time Westwood says vampire, say drink. Every time you say vampire casino, drink.
We could make a bingo card. That's what I should make, a bingo card. There's a puzzle on Spring on the merch store. I could create an image for, like, well, you'd have to do different ones though, because otherwise everyone would win the same round. So you'd have to create like multiple images of bingo cards, and then people could purchase
like multiple
a puzzle.
Twitter accounts. You know, you get your scam accounts and you get your real account.
Bingo. Oh, there's also like there's a piece of art, or you can do an art or a print or something. I don't know. I'll look into it and see if we can do multiple bingo cards, and we'll have like a happy hour bingo game. That would be funny.
Put an ordinal on the Litecoin blockchain, and that'll be your bingo card. I don't know. I'm just talking smack at this point because I don't know. I don't know enough.
Well, I'm trying to think of what the other like big
like
news
a sophomore.
this week.
I'm sophomoric. I'm a wise fool, you know.
Things we can't talk about, which you guys know what that means. Vacations and jazz.
I got a list. If you want to go down the list, I haven't even
go down your list.
I haven't even looked at it yet. Litecoin going to zero. No, we already talked about that. Ready for $240 Litecoin in June. Haven't really talked about that, mentioned it, but yeah, $240 Litecoin in June. What's the price of Litecoin right now? Let's document this for posterity. The price of Litecoin is approximately, because my ticker's gone, the API
is your ticker not working?
No, it doesn't. I mean, the API for Binance is broken, and so I don't know how to program it. Anyway, so you got Litecoin at roughly $72 now. You could have bought it at $68.08 earlier today. Now it's 72, so you would have made money. But no, if you buy Litecoin at $72 right now, you'll triple, probably quadruple your money between now and June. Fiat dollars. That's not money, currency, right? Currency. You'll triple your currency or quadruple your currency between now and then. So anyway, that's that one.
You just said
Post.
You're not supposed to say apparently, because Warrior 32 said vampire for Clint, and every time Lisa says so apparently I say a lot.
Okay, so every time you say we got a drink. Every time I say vampire, we get a drink. All right, we've got Pebbleton Post. We talked about them. Go subscribe to them.
Enjoy yourselves.
TikTok, free speech. Let's talk about TikTok. What do you think? do you think about TikTok? They want to
I
ban
think
it?
it has. So if we look back at, I think about even they used to show the old Mickey Mouse videos from maybe is that the 50s, the 40s, the 30s? I don't know when that
some
was.
of them went way back to the 30s.
And it showed that they were trying to imprint on you or mind control you, slip little messages into you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is what TikTok is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people sit there and watch their TikTok and they think they're being entertained and they're being programmed.
I would agree with you.
Not just by what you think you are looking at, but by what you are missing.
Right. That happens so fast. It's like, if you ever watch those paranormal
Subliminal.
caught on video, you go outside and you look around, you don't see anything. Then you watch the tape and you're like, oh, there's a shadow person. I mean, because you caught it. And it's just like that to where you're okay. We're capturing everything on video. And when you look at the frame by frame, you're like,
Daddy-o.
what the heck was
Daddy-o
in that frame?
And Daddy-o says, my TikTok feeds me patriotic stuff. That's because they know what you want to look at. But what are they feeding you
behind the
while
scenes?
you think you're looking at patriotic stuff?
Right.
What's happening behind the thing?
And see, and I agree with that. And that is happening. However, does TikTok in the big scheme of things allow people like me to have a voice to maybe get some information out there that people wouldn't ordinarily have? I look at it
because
as another
it's
platform.
owned by China.
Well, it may
And
be.
so,
well, okay, here's the thing, though. Who owned Twitter before now? Look what they were doing. Who owns Facebook? I mean, look at all these deep state entities. See, they're all on all these vampires that own this stuff. Yeah, they're trying to mind control you. However, YouTube, same thing. I mean, but it is a platform to get some truth out. So, you're actually using the weapon against them. So it has dark side to it, but it also has light to it. And I have full faith in humanity that if we are able to have platforms to where we can put truth out, it will overwhelm the darkness, just like that match in the darkness that gets lit. That's how I look at it.
I disagree.
don't want some.
I think it is a way to spy on us. I think it's a mind control
Joe
thing.
Biden decide?
No, I'm just never going to download it, and I'm never going to use it.
I don't either. I don't use TikTok. I'll just be up front. But it is something that does wake people up and gives them truth information. However, I am 100% against any government entity coming in and saying, well, we're going to ban this. Because where does that lead? I mean, you want Joe Biden deciding?
Right.
Congress is talking about giving him authority to...
I totally agree with that. I understand. But you can also look at origin and you can say, I'm not allowing a CCP weapon into...
But we allow.
We're not doing business with China.
But we do business with a deep state weapon, which is Facebook and used to be Twitter. And I mean, you know what I mean? It's like
not knowingly.
Right, but we don't knowingly.
TikTok is knowingly owned by China.
Okay, so we knowingly know that Facebook is run by the CIA and developed by it or whatever deep state agency, and it's like we still use
know that, but that's not public knowledge.
But we still use it. And it's kind of like, but it does get good information out there because I mean, we share stuff on these platforms, and it comes down to who you are, and not we watch the TV, and the TV for a long time has been the subliminal messaging, but we still watch it. So there's good and bad that come from it. We just have to have enough discernment to wake up to where I know I'm being abused right now. I know I'm being manipulated right now. However, I am able to gather this and wake up.
They're lying to
the thing is,
right
once
now.
People wake up, and once we, maybe they see something on TikTok that wakes them up, and then they start breaking free from the mind control.
Police department.
Like this?
And defunding the FBI.
Yeah.
MAGA Republicans are calling for defunding the police departments.
Oh my God.
And defunding the FBI now. That's a good one. I like that one.
That is a good one, Joe.
Well, guess what?
That's a good
MAGA
one.
That's a real good one.
It's like everyone has amnesia.
And that's why there are no Walmarts in Portland, Oregon anymore, because as a corporation, you realize I can't function here anymore because these people they're going to, completely rob me blind. And I can't, have the police protection. And I can't. So they pulled out. You can't even go to Walmart in Portland anymore because they're so freaking off the rails that you can't even have a major corporation in there anymore. What's that tell you? I mean, these are the same people that wanted to ban everything.
Before. They did that before and ran people out of.
And so that video is going to be on
land.
TikTok. Somebody's going to see it and they're going to say, "What the F is he talking about? He's the one that's." I don't know. I just look at it. I look at it as if there's a platform for free speech, And I don't care what it is. I don't care who owns it. If we can use it, as long as it works and get information and truth out, I'm all for it. That's just me.
Well, that was probably Gab or True Social, one of those. Oh, here's my. So since we did a game show, I dressed up.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
I was the Bitcoin butterfly.
I saw that and I'm like, dang.
And
Monarch.
I said, what kind of butterfly lives on the blockchain? And so, you know how they like at game shows, they have like the little sign or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, what is it? Let's make a deal.
Yeah, let's make a deal. So
up.
that's what I dressed up, and
yeah.
Greg dressed up with these little rose-colored glasses and a weird shirt, and then Dave wore like this Jesus vest, which I don't know that Jesus ever wore a vest, but anyway, he had like this little. He has a beard and hair that look like Jesus, and then the vest and the high-collared white, like mock turtleneck. It was just hilarious. We had a good time.
No, that's awesome. I mean, that's pretty cool. I like the whole game show thing. We should have a game show here next time we show up at Westwood, and let's make a deal.
Yeah.
Let's dress up.
It'll be July though, or June.
June-ish. So we covered SVB.
Mm-hmm.
Silvergate went under. SVB went under because they're over leveraged. I got contagion, ripple effect. Because that's what we're seeing. I just got little mind things that I burst out. J6 videos, we talked about that. And I like how they dub him the QAnon shaman. And then it turns out.
Oh, I have something for that.
It's like, wait a minute. He's got a personal escort. It's like he's got a VIP pass to freaking Congress, and they're all walking him around. Nothing's being done. And then all of a sudden, he's a bad guy. I think he got used. He's an actor, the crisis actor.
I can prove it. I posted that on Facebook, and they said it was false information and whatever. And then, how do I make?
You should have posted it on TikTok. You got more reach.
Stop.
I love you.
But
give you a big hug next time I see you.
Hold on, let me show you this. So I saw the video, all that. He obviously had, and I posted this video where Tucker was saying like he had this escort, blah, 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 shows the video of it. And they said false information. There is no proof that he was escorted the entire time.
See, that's what they do. It's all wordplay.
Word magic.
It's all bogus. And that's exactly what it is. And it's Schumer comes out the next day. It's a threat to democracy. It's an insult and this and that. And it's like,
it is a threat to
it's a threat to their system.
Democracy. Because we're a republic.
Yes.
And that is why it's a threat to democracy. And that is why they are screaming about it. And when you hear them say democratic, when you hear them scream about a threat to our democracy.
Think democratic, think vampire system. Think vampire casino whenever they say that. It's undermining their control structure that they've built and they control. That's what they have a problem with. Look
who's backstage profile: actor, voiceover artist, and singer. Jake Angeli. I don't know how you say that. Looks really familiar. Has some really familiar tattoos there.
And who did his makeup? He does look like Brad Pitt almost. Jolie, Angelina, ex-husband, Brad Pitt.
Oh my gosh.
Doesn't he look like Brad Pitt a little bit?
No, this dude was tall. Brad's a little thing.
Well, I know, but Mike Tyson almost knocked him out one time early on. It was kind of funny. You know, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
That is literally what Charlie and I talked about today with the banks.
No coincidence.
We were like,
no
everyone has a plan till you get punched in the mouth.
That's true.
And that's what
it was.
Happened today. Punched in the mouth. Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's like everything's good until it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, he does look like Brad Pitt in the face a little bit, though. Jolie, where'd you see that at? Angelina Jolie was the husband.
I'll send it to you. I can't disclose my.
Okay, that's fine. Let me get back to the chat. I got to learn all these technical tools. I'm just some guy living in the middle of a cornfield trying to make digibugs run. I'm trying to make this stuff work. What do we got? Great costume. Yeah, who did his makeup? It's such great makeup. You know, all the red, white, and blue stuff. And
great costume.
Come on.
Just kidding. Well, my butterfly costume was pretty good.
Oh, it was, but I mean, look at him though. I mean, somebody set him up and put the horns on and the Viking thing, and then
but that happened in multiple countries. Westwood.
Okay, tell me.
Did you
School
know
me.
that?
No.
Oh, I wish I had images. Now I'm gonna have to search.
Prove it to me, Lisa. Prove it.
Where's the link?
Show me.
Okay, how would I look for
He's a
that?
QAnon shaman.
Shaman. No. What would
Did he
they
have any
use?
ayahuasca with him?
It was like the horns and the horn shaman
The horned beast.
capital.
Let's talk about the drug cartels too. I got that on the list. Gain of function, that's on the list.
Oh, that's the other thing. So they picked up what did they call her? The queen of
Queen Latifah?
No. She's like a Mexican cartel lady or something.
Oh, I don't know.
And she said, what they're not telling you is that it's not drug trafficking, it's organ trafficking.
Right. It's all this other trafficking. So fill in the blank. There's all weapons trafficking, human trafficking. And what kind of humans are we talking about? Organ trafficking. Yeah. There's all these things that they make on the black market that they don't pay taxes for. That they're not subject to.
I don't think taxes are the biggest issue with that, but okay.
But you know what I mean? It's just like all this stuff just rolls on through. And, meanwhile, the average Joe out there working, thinks he's, doing the right thing, supporting America, waving the flag, pay your taxes, pay your fair share. And then nobody else is. They're all screwing you because it's their vampire casino, that their democracy that they don't want to go away.
Oh, I wish I knew what other country it was that he showed up. It's not the same guy, but in other countries, there were guys that were dressed similar to this that showed up at their capitals. So I was hoping.
Oh, imagine that's almost like it was kind of a staged event kind of thing, like a movie.
A staged global.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That happens when you've got unlimited money that you can control and you can do whatever you want with it, and it's unaccounted for. And hey, we'll just create a new bank to fund the old bank. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. As long as that system continues and we continue to feed it and we give it our energy, it's going to continue to do these things. It's that simple. And you're going to have all of your value eroded through inflation and robbery, theft, grift, all that stuff, all that fun stuff that America is known for. Not the America we've thought we lived in, but the United States corporation that we kind of forgot about or didn't know about.
The paint is different on the face in multiple pictures too. Like that is
he looks like Brad Pitt. He's bigger.
That does not look like Brad Pitt.
In the face?
No. Look at this. I mean, I know they can do a lot with makeup and masks and stuff.
I know. I can't wait to get this thing off once we get off happy hour. Peel this thing. It's really getting kind of hot in here. So getting ash inside underneath. But I see that we need to declare, or we're talking about declaring the Mexican cartels terrorists. And I'm thinking, Gesundheit.
Sorry.
I'm thinking that I should have said. Shouldn't have said it. So we're going to declare Mexican cartels terrorists. So why don't we just close the border and not worry about it?
Brazil, thank you.
I don't know. Just a thought.
Because I don't think there are. Yeah, we know that's not the issue.
Control it. Gain of function. I mean, I think we've pretty much all come to the conclusion. Everybody has pretty much decided that it did not come from a wet market. It wasn't a bat that, all the sequencing and all that bull crap happened. It was a staged event. Don't know who staged it. Could have been China. Could have come out of Ukraine. Could have been deep state. Don't know. But, a lot of people made a lot of money who are now unaccountable, who, did some bad things and got a lot of people to volunteer to do some things to themselves that probably weren't good. That's the end result. Medical industrial complex, increased its power. The revolving door of CEOs going to all these pharmaceutical companies, out of government.
And what's his name on Saturday Night Live trying to tell everybody about it? And they were giving him so
Woody
much
Harrelson.
crap.
And it wasn't even that bad. If you go watch it, he was just like making a joke about it. Hey,
I got this screenplay.
If all the, wouldn't it be funny if all the, the drug cartels in the world got together and they said, you got to take our drug or you can't leave the house.
You can't leave your house.
Yeah. I mean,
so who is the drug cartel?
Kind of what happened, right?
Yeah, but no one would fall for that. That's why he just threw it out. I mean, that's crazy.
It's no big deal. And then all the backlash. That's what, see, that's it. When they try to destroy your character, ad hominem attacks rather than addressing the issue, then you're making progress. When they attack your character, when they attack you physically, when they attack, what you look like or what you say or what your accent is or, whatever, instead of addressing the real issue and having a serious debate, then you know that you're on the right side of history.
Interesting. So a little inside info from one of our friends in the fam, confirmed from somebody who works there, Dr. Squatch.
Who's the Dr. Squatch thing? I'm interested.
I don't know what that means. Was SVB. It's gone. The money is gone. He'll get paid salary in the short term via the other bank. I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not picking up on that one.
How wild, though. I'm not going to post, but some of our friends on the live chat know they're like kids know each other and work together in banking. That's kind of wild.
We'll see what happens, I guess.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, the truth is out there. You just have to find it and be aware. If you're confronted with it and you put up a wall of defense because of ego, because of entrenchment, because of investment, because you're part of that system, you got to take a hard look at yourself and say, am I really seeking the truth wherever it leads, or am I vested into something that is protecting, my money, my retirement, my whatever, your lifestyle, whatever it is. We're at a point where you got to make a decision, and the truth is out there. It's all coming out, and you have to make a decision if you're going to go along with evil and continue the narrative, because you're going to die someday. It's not about you. It's not about us at this point. It's about, what comes after us. Do we want our kids to go through this and have to fight this again? Do we want our grandkids to go through this and have to unveil and unroll the truth and try and fight it? It's like, no, let's get it over with now.
Well, and I think about the greatest generation. I was always raised respecting my grandparents for being the greatest generation. And what led after the greatest generation was this time of the industrial revolution, in America, where, the whole 50s thing, all of that.
Yeah, it was a little bit afterwards, but there's 4 cycles of humanity, and I can't cite them, what they are, but essentially it's like, hey, things get really bad and people need to stand up, and that's where you have your quote greatest generation. They're like, okay, we got to fight this and throw this off, and we got to move on. And then they're like, yes, all right, baby boom, yoo-hoo! And then all the kids are, you get all these kids. And
yeah, Trump said he's giving baby bonuses. I was so excited. I texted all my children. I was like, hey.
Really?
Yeah, because we have 2 that are married and 1 that I think will get married in the next year or so. And I was like, hey, Trump's going to be giving out some baby bonuses. How, his last speech was really inspiring. I mean, a lot of it, for a lot of us that have heard, been around for a while, a lot of it was repeating. But if you think about, Charlie brought up a great point. He's like, but as people are waking up, they haven't heard that stuff before. This might be the first time they heard him say that. This might be the first time they were listening. So he's saying just the truth, very factual statements that we know need to be said. But then now he's turned to say, I'll be your warrior, and that he wants to give baby bonuses, and he wants to launch new towns, 10 new towns or something, where he wants to make them more livable or less expensive to live in, and make housing more affordable, but not with a government subsidized kind of way. It's pretty exciting. So I don't know.
We need to build new ecosystems, from the ground up. And that's really what it comes down to. I mean, we just look at, the little self-organizing collectives, as Cliff calls it, what we have, what we need. Let's focus on that. Let's provide for each other. We all have certain skills. skill sets in the community, and let's all do that. And provide it from the ground up, the grassroots, rather than looking up here and thinking, hey, we're going to make the rich pay their fair share and corporations do this so that then we can give it to you and Ukraine and other, things that we decide. 10% to the big guy, things like that. No, let's not do that anymore, because that system didn't work. That democracy has failed us. That vampire casino doesn't work.
Democracy is mob rule.
That's all it is.
Just to be clear.
That's all it is.
That means
51% of the people
if
take
51% of the
stuff.
people say yes, you have to give up all your stuff. You give up all your rights because 51% of the people said so. And that's not what America is.
Is that fair?
Not why we're
Do you
here.
think that's fair if you're in the 49%? Hey,
I don't even care what fair.
We don't like black
I don't
people.
like the
Let's
word
make them
fair.
all slaves. We don't like Mexicans. Let's make them all slaves. We don't like
Right.
white
I don't
people.
want
Let's take all
any
their stuff.
Fair.
Wait a minute. I kind of had to work for all this stuff. I had to do a lot of things I didn't want to do, and I got
Individual,
it done.
God-given sovereign
voted?
rights are what matters.
That's exactly it. So the rights of the individual are just
And
as
then to
important
not
as the
infringe
entirety.
on others.
And that's what government's there to do. It's to protect our individual rights. And when it fails to do that, it's really not a government anymore. It's not governing anything. It's a corrupt system at that point. It's a vampire casino. It just sucks your energy away and serves. They pick winners and losers. And that's not the kind of system I want to be in. I'll be a winner, but you got to tell me what the rules are. And we have the rules. We have a constitution. They just don't follow it. And that's a bunch of BS, So we're at that point where people got to wake up. They got to say, I'm done playing the game. I'm not going to support it anymore. I'm not going to do bad things anymore. I might have sinned in the past. I might have served it. Didn't really understand it. And so you forgive yourself and you move on and you say, you know what? I screwed up. I did bad things. I was part of it. And now I realize,
When
get
you
biblical
know better,
a little
you
bit.
do
Get
better
biblical.
kind
I
of
know.
thing.
Yeah, pretty much. You didn't know. You didn't have the knowledge. You think about, you look at biblically speaking, because, I can kind of talk about that a little bit, but you look at Saul in the Bible and, murderer, criminal. And then, he has this epiphany on the road to Tarsus and he sees Jesus and, he's like, I see the truth. And you can substitute whatever you want, whatever your religion is. When you see the light and you realize, my gosh, I really screwed up. Can I be forgiven? Can I move on? Where do I go from here? And then boom, he becomes Paul and writes most of the New Testament. And, all these things that, have changed people's lives, these writings in the New Testament. And it's like, nobody is beyond hope. Nobody is, just because you've done bad things in the past doesn't mean you can't change and do better and make up for that and change people's lives for the better in the future. Even though you've done things that really haven't helped people in the past, you've got to forgive yourself and move on. That's the key here. You didn't know that you were doing those things necessarily because you were deceived, because you're living in a vampire system where all they do is deceive you. Break out of that, find the truth.
And don't let shame and fear
entrap
you, because this is listening to you say
humble.
this. It comes back to like when I was going through counseling after leaving my abusive first marriage. And I was so embarrassed, as I woke up from the control and the abuse and the mind control kind of stuff. And I was embarrassed and I was like, I'm not stupid. Because people were like,
just because somebody made me
how
feel
can
like I
somebody
was stupid and
make
kept me in
you
the
do
dark.
that? Yes.
And I didn't have the truth and the knowledge and the information.
Yeah. And my counselor
time.
said, well, so how old were you when you learned to tie your shoes? And kind of said it real casual. And I was like, I don't know. I was like 4 or 5 or something. I remember something about kindergarten or going to kindergarten. Mom was preparing me so I could tie my own shoes or whatever. I don't know, somewhere in there. And he's like, wow, how embarrassing. And I was like, that's normal.
You couldn't do it before then.
And he's like, well, I mean, you know how to tie your shoes now.
And what if somebody never taught you to tie your shoes? And
why
you're
didn't
just
you know then? Yeah.
I didn't know that I needed to tie my shoes. I walked out barefooted.
It's the same kind of thing. When you know better, you do better. Right. And some of this, we've been operating in different systems that we weren't even aware that we were operating in. And so it's nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah.
Right. And when you know the truth, that's when you got a problem. When you know the truth and you continue to do bad, that's on you. All that other stuff that you didn't know about and you had no idea about, I mean, somebody deceived you. Somebody didn't tell you the truth. You're in the dark. And now that you see the light, that's when you got to make a change. That's why it's just like, I see the truth. I don't care. I'm going to keep doing bad.
And
okay,
not
well,
that you're
that's
a
on
victim of that, but now you know better.
Right.
So now you make
It's
a
like,
different
okay,
choice.
I didn't have all the information.
Yeah.
Now I do. And so you take that information, you go forward, and you help other people to wake up so that they can make good decisions, because you weren't able to make good decisions in the past because you didn't have all the information, you didn't have the facts.
Yeah.
Now you got the
I
facts.
believed the
Give-
lie for too
give
long,
other
but now I
people.
am free from that. And once you understand that you can see the light and you're free from that, it's a great future, and you make the decisions when you take personal responsibility. Daddy-O's asking, are we doing spaces tonight?
Let me look at the chat. I don't know. Are we doing spaces?
We have so many great friends we haven't seen in a long time.
I know.
Mojo's
We
in
need
here,
live
Light
spaces.
Shadow, Fiva Flav, Daddy-O, Tom, Phil, Warrior. I mean, so many good friends. H. Hyan.
I got no problem doing spaces. I mean, you want to do spaces, we'll do spaces. And so what spaces? Everybody says spaces. Space between my ears? No. Spaces there's a lot of that. I mean, I don't know. I lost a lot.
Yeah.
But spaces is just on Twitter. It allows you to have, if you get a Twitter account, and what I'll do on Friday
Daddy-O.
nights, I'll create a spaces, and so it'll be like, hey, Litecoin fam, or hey, what's the truth, or whatever I put out there. So what you need to do is create a Twitter account, follow Westwood, put on the notifications, and then turn them off after Friday because you don't want to see all the other
Follow
stuff.
@_
Yes.
all capitals, Clint Westwood _
Or you can go to clintwestwood.net, and way at the top there, you'll see a link to my Twitter, and you can click on that. You can follow that. And then when I have a Twitter spaces, which I'm not consistent, but I'll usually kind of do it on Friday nights. And then I'll put out a tweet, and then you'll be like, oh, he's doing a spaces. You can join in and just listen. You can listen
And
to this
it's
kind of
not
rant.
recorded.
Not recorded, no video. I mean, you can just sit there and listen to me ramble.
So we
the more
just hang
drinks I
out.
have, and the more drinks we all have. And,
And if you have a question about something, you can
it's an open
raise
forum.
your hand, ask a question, whatever.
It's just like having a live chat, but you can actually chat if you want to, or you can just listen.
Yep.
And I mean, it's like hanging out in the bar. We're all like doing our thing and talking about whatever, wherever it goes. We talk about Sasquatches and UFOs. Cool. It doesn't matter.
You can change the title at any time. Yeah.
Right. And you can change the topic. Just raise your hand, say, hey, give me the microphone. I want to speak. Okay, cool. Talk about it. What do you want to talk about? Want to talk about XRP, the standard? All right, let's talk about it.
Yeah. Everybody, that reminds me, make sure you check out that very first link in this description on the YouTube video, where you can join in the class action lawsuit about that ETH is not a security, with John Deaton, former Marine badass that is fighting for freedom for all of us. So check that out. I think
we choose our own path. Yeah, we need to wrap it up. We choose our own path. We got to trust ourselves. We can choose. Who cares? I mean, just look at the crypto space. You can choose whatever crypto you like. I happen to resonate with Litecoin, and it is what it is. You might like Bitcoin. You might like whatever. Doesn't matter. It's like some people like Coors Light, some people like Bud Light, some people like gin, some people like whiskey, some people like Tito's vodka. It's like, it doesn't matter. We're all on the same page because we all want to enjoy what we want to enjoy.
At Team Mighty, the events, both Friday night for happy hour and Saturday for Team Mighty event, their well is Tito's.
That's their well drink? That's their
That's
well
their
vodka Tito? Wow.
Yeah. I was like, yes.
And it's open bar, right? No, I'm just kidding. You're like, no.
Well, I figure I won't do that, and then I can keep the price lower on the tickets.
Right.
And then more people can come.
And then you can choose
And
your
then
own
you
path.
choose. Yeah.
And you can drink what you want. But if you order like a vodka tonic, it's going to put Tito's in it.
Yeah. But I don't make money off the bar, so I would rather
Right,
have
that's their deal.
like you pay the bar and I'll have more people be able to come.
Why would somebody who doesn't drink want to have the bar factored into the price of the ticket? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't think you want to. And speaking of which, we want to know where is this money going that we're raising? A lot of us know
Ukraine.
A dear friend, no. That used to be on my Monday show. Then she started working full time, and she really wasn't able to. Wait, I have to find messages. I was just talking to her. She's like super overwhelmed with the generosity of the community, and that we're choosing for this to benefit her. She's a single mom right now. She has a 6-year-old daughter, and a lot of you guys know her as Crypto Mame or Mame Crypto. And she recently had a brain tumor removed and is having treatment on her lungs. She's going through radiation right now. So if you guys can send her lots of love and prayers and light. And she was just really, I won't share it. It's a really personal letter that she wrote me, but she was really overwhelmed with the support that Team Mighty decided to kind of break rank and do things a little bit different this year, because we are all about community. And this is somebody in our community that needs some help for a time. And this will help bridge her. We've also connected her with Blind Dave, and hopefully he's going to be able to give her some help. So it's just a great thing when we can come together as a community and we can have a great time together and know that we're doing it because we love somebody and it's going to benefit them. So super excited that the proceeds will go to Mame this year for 2023 Team Mighty event. So
couldn't think of a better person. Cool. I mean, a wonderful soul. I mean, a beautiful person. I mean, you know, we fall on hard times, and you know, it's part of our experience, and to be able to help someone who we know, you know, not just the Amy Grant or whatever, you know, dogs, you know, not being fed on the picture with the song playing in the background. No, this is real. I mean, this is a real person.
Someone in our community that
needs help. I mean, and you know, the thing is, if I needed help, I wouldn't ask for it. And I mean, it's like
she did not ask for this.
Right. She didn't.
In fact, she was not.
You forced it on her.
Yes.
And I mean, and it's just like, but it's needed. And when you see a need from someone you know, I mean, why would you want to give to an organization that you don't even know where the money goes? I mean, this is just, it's definitely worth it if you get April 22nd, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yes, April 21st and 22nd. So we'll do our happy hour the 21st.
Yes.
We'll stream live. If you can get to Oklahoma City live for the Friday night, I'll work on the tickets this weekend and get that on the website. And like I said, I'll do a little announcement when I get it up and going. I've just been really busy this week. We've had a lot of stuff going on.
That's all right though. They know the date. I mean, start preparing. Just if you can make it, if you're anywhere near there, I'm not near there, I'm going to be there. I mean, it's just, you gotta try and support the community and support real people when they're in need. And I mean, that's how we build this thing stronger. Quit waiting for, you know, all the hyperbole and all the BS and telling us what we're going to do while the trains derail and they don't help anybody. I mean, no, let's help somebody that really needs it, because we can do it directly rather than going through the middlemen and the vampires.
I think this is great. I'm super excited to help. And I just think this is how we are community. This is how we come together. And so it's really cool. So I'll make all of that information public for everybody as soon as I get it all lined up. And hopefully we can stream in. She's recovering and then it's still in treatment. So she's not able to travel, she said, but I'm sure we can do a call or something if she's up to it. It just kind of depends on how she's feeling, but she's a great lady and she's trying to be a good mom to her daughter, which I have so much respect for. So I'm glad that we can step in as a community and be a brother and be a sister to
what else you here for? I mean, what else we here for? That's really what it comes down to. Real. Be real.
That's right. So we'll see you guys on Spaces, or we'll hear you on Spaces tonight. Go follow Clint Westwood at Clint Westwood.
Yep. Go to the clintwestwood.net and click on that Twitter link at the top and subscribe and put that notification on. You'll get notified. You can hop in and we'll just talk. That's all it is. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. Doesn't matter to me.
Talk about me. Talk about I want to
talk about me. Have some fun.
Well, we can't sing.
Red Solo Cup. Going along with Toby Keith. We'll have a little background music. See, I can play music in the background on that, but I can't hear.
Oh, I forgot to play the music on this one.
Loses her channel. That's all right.
I talked about it the other day, and then I saw Rice did that on some of his videos. I was like, oh, is he listening to me?
I'll be too tempting to sing.
Yeah. Oh, it sounded really good, though. It looked very professional. Well done, Rice. Shout out. All right, guys. See you tonight. Take care.
Love y'all.
you.
Trust
Give us a
yourselves.
like, share the video. Get the information out.